It's time to go weaving through the cones with the trailer towing obstacle course presented by Extreme Diesel Performance.
This is the trailer tow obstacle course. As soon as we're done going over it, we'll walk through once, and then we'll show you an actual truck going through it, so you can get it both ways and kind of see what you need to do. The course is a little tighter this year, a little more technical. Should be a lot of fun. If you have a trailer brake controller, make sure that's hooked up and ready to go. Fastest time on this competition wins. The penalties are 5 seconds for every cone you hit.
Well, KJ, we are here at the trailer towing obstacle course at Vandermeer Speedway, the Diesel Power Challenges version of the Terradome, in effect.
Yeah, it's the Terradome or the 405 freeway on like a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock.
First competitor out this weekend is going to be Bill Witters, and Witters in this gigantic, arguably the biggest truck in the competition, this big lifted dually, and he's going to have his hands full out here with what looks like a pretty challenging course.
Clears the left-hander, sets up the reverser.
A big, very important movement here is you got to get the truck squared up and get ready to go into the long backup. Now, the more steering input he puts in there, the more trouble he might get into, and he is swinging that truck back and forth.
He's swinging a lot of weight back and forth is what I'm thinking right now, Brian, but he's got it backwards. He's moving.
He is very aggressive on the throttle down there.
Clean from this side. Bill looked clean. Big Rig Bill making his way through. It looks good. Big Rig Bill looks good.
Make the hard right-hander and laces into it. Now what he's going to do is get the front end into the stop box without hitting the cones or being too deep into it. So Bill sets the front end in, and here comes the very, very interesting part of the program where he's going to back it into the wickets.
Bill came in looking confident, but I think the confidence has just gone to zero here.
Well, the next competitor on course will be Buck Stoneburner. And Stoneburner yesterday on the dynoed ATS Diesel Performance laid down about 800 horsepower at the wheels, well over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. Now, he did not line himself up straight, so he's going to have to get the truck swinging back and forth through the straight backup portion here. I like the fact that he sent the camera crew scrambling. I like the fact that he has completely covered them in soot. And we have just mass carnage on the cones right now. KJ, I don't know about you, but our position here, after seeing him back up in a straight line, we are positioned near the cones that he'll be turning. I'm fearful.
I think we've had him make a move. He's good in the straight line. Brought some speed up.
This is the part of the program that tends to get competitors for the most cones. He's actually got a very good approach angle here. Here he goes, baby. And Buck.
Buck, a strong finisher, strong finisher.
We went from a straight line of cones to a field littered with cones. Buck Stoneburner did really well right to the point where he backed up over half of our field. As you can see, if these were kindergartners, he'd have a hard time in it being involved in any preschool. So we have 8 cones here, over 2 minutes because of penalties. Not going to do it here at Diesel Power Challenge this year.
Well, KJ, another one of our younger competitors here. This is Jerry Atkins. So here's Atkins right now, going to try to set himself up.
Jerry there, I think he lost a little momentum. He should have stayed in the hammer a little bit longer and set himself up for this backup. He's being pretty deliberate right now, so he should get through cleanly because actually he's not going very fast at all.
Certainly a lot of time and effort into this truck, and a nice job getting through cleanly there. As you said, KJ, he's not rushing, but then again, he's not costing himself any cone penalties.
Deliberate. Sometimes the snail approach works.
So Atkins trying to make that critical turn and move. Oh, he's coming in tight. He's not going to have enough to save it. Uh-oh. The left-hand wall and nearly my leg, but he did complete the course.
The call it done move.
All right, KJ Jones, Jerron Holder coming up, and he is going to take the time to get a little boost built up behind him, get a decent launch out of the hole here so the truck doesn't bog down with the weight hanging out the back.
There you go, off the gas. Got around that pretty quick and into position.
Very clear example of the short wheelbase. You saw how quickly he was able to get the trailer squared up, probably 15 or 20 feet shorter than most of the other guys so far.
Gas it through. He's clean.
Clean as a whistle. Now can he set him up? Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Set up perfect. Put it in D and go.
Going a little deep back there, but he is going to get himself set up to make a nice arc.
Really drive right through this right-hand turn. He'll drive right through it under gas. There it is. Told you.
Ah, here he comes. Now we got somebody who's finally getting it coming through this right-hander.
I don't know if you noticed that, Brian, but when Jarrett went by us, he literally was up on the wheel.
Well, it was like a periscope coming out when he stuck his head out the window. Oh, he's gonna get it cranked. Look at this.
Good run. Good run. Excellent run.
And clean. Ron Holder jumps atop the leaderboard here, 121. You put at least a second on your closest competition. How much does this nice short wheelbase help you out?
Surprisingly, it helped a lot through the corners over there. I was surprised. The spool up sucked though.
Well, congratulations on the solid run, man. You are the new leader.
Thank you.
So Jared Rice is coming up now in the big dually F350. KJ, fun fact to know and share. This truck not always a dually. It was a single rear wheel truck. He put the big Dana 80 rear axle in it and added the outside tires. Does a lot of tractor or truck pulling with this vehicle. Now he's going to do a little technical pulling, I guess. So Jared Rice cleanly out of the box. He had to pedal the truck a little bit, though. He's set himself up maybe a little on the tight side. Now we get to see the big long wheelbase dually truck trying to square up the trailer.
Going backwards should be, I'm not going to call it a piece of cake, but it should be pretty smooth for a big truck like that. You know, the longer the wheelbase, even though it is a short trailer, that's the challenge. Shorties are hard to back up.
There you go. See, now that was a perfect setup.
Perfect positioning on the reverse. Set himself up. Now he has to hit the gas, get out of there a little bit.
So I'd say right now he is looking very good. He just has to finish this thing strong. He's carrying more speed than we've seen some of the other competitors carry.
And get those tires spinning. He's looking out, looking to find his spot. Reverse it real quick and he's good.
Now here comes the move. This is the smart decision here. You rush through other parts to give yourself a little bank of time, and look at this kid right now. Jared Rice comes through, and that is time a clean run. Rick is in gear, sans trailer brakes, and sans safety chains. Look out below.
Taking off nice and easy so far. Small little bit of coal.
So as we mentioned, Rick Fox is the points leader for the event coming in today, having won the dyno yesterday. So it is imperative that he puts on a good showing here to at least keep himself close to the top.
And it appears right now, Brian, that he's taking your advice, your subliminal advice, and playing it very safely. Being conservative, that's a good swing there. Perfect swing. He should get through the right-hander with no problem. Rick's challenge on the right-hander. Now stopping all this weight's going to be big. This is going to be major on the stop. Played it safe. Good move.
So the box over there, they got to put the nose in. It's very shallow, and if they are too short, they do lose. They have a significant penalty. And here comes the backup. Fox gets it squared up, brings it in. Now he's going to have to try to give it full right rudder. Uh-oh. And he's got one. Okay, not bad. Only one cone. Well, Rick Fox, one very late cone when you were going into the box, but dude, 123, it puts you in second place right now. And we were talking, the only thing you really had to do here was just put on a good showing. We know you got some horsepower to use with the drag strip, so you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, we've got no trailer brakes hooked up, so I was really kind of concerned about how we were going to do, but 123 I am superbly happy with.
So as you can see, Rick Fox had a pretty good run. Considering he doesn't have a trailer brake controller and he has a hidden hitch when we weren't able to hook up the safety chains, he took it a little bit easy, but nice consistency. Looks like one cone at the trailer box at the end. Smooth run otherwise. He's probably in the top half of the field so far.
Well, KJ, Corey Chomos is coming back to the starting line to get hooked up here in the trailer, and I think Corey's going to have to use the force or some other outside way to figure out, because this is the tallest truck here by a mile. And here we go. We're going to try to wind that big turbo up.
It's going to take forever to get that thing boosted. I don't like the setup there, Brian. He might be able to get, okay, he came forward enough. He can probably turn it in and get in there now.
The trailer is trying to take a trip up that mountain that you just mentioned, KJ. So Corey's gonna have to work for it. We get into this situation of wagging the truck.
Now should accelerate out and get himself lined up to make that right-hander coming up. And he's going the wrong way completely. That's a jackknife.
The rally guys had that Scandinavian flick maneuver. We have the trailer towing flick maneuver you need to execute. And he is getting real aggressive. Still clean, has not touched a cone yet. Oh, he did, he got one. Corey works up there in the oil fields up there in Western Canada, must be handling trailers all over the place all the time, and he has done a nice job pivoting it in. He got one. All right, Corey, you came into the stop box or the final box down here, got her hung up a little bit, you wiped out a few. How was the visibility out there? You're way up. This is probably the tallest truck in the competition. Could you actually see the cones?
No, not at all. Actually, when I came around here and I went to look back, I couldn't see either row. And I was like, oh, okay, and then I just started kicking it and stuff, so I don't know. And then when I came up there and I was starting to lag and I was coming through that gate, I just didn't even look anymore. I was just driving, so.
Well,
when I came here, I just had to make the decision, it, I'm going, so.
Well, I'll tell you, you're still under 2 minutes with the penalties. Put your mid-pack and get ready for the drag strip, man. Well, KJ, could it be a Cinderella story in the making here? It was J.D. Gleason. Got that last-minute call, the first alternate. And he is pulling more speed than we've seen anybody pull through the first turn. Quick to get it straightened out, and back he goes.
The backup's going to be key for this truck. I think this is where JD, I'm not going to say he's going to have any problems, but I think this is where he's going to be pretty calculated, and it appears that's the way it's going.
Very tight to the left-hand side, but this could work as an advantage. If he gets the trailer kicked to the left, which is what he's doing right now, and swings the nose of the truck over, kind of sort of.
Yeah, JD lost his place. That's what happened. He lost his place behind the wheel is what I'm saying. You know, backing up a trailer, regardless of the length, is rhythmic, and you have to remember to think opposite brain. And I think that's where he lost his place.
Hey now. Chirping the tires of the weight on the back. If he can keep it clean, this will be one of the quicker times of the day, and that's a big if right now because he's carrying some speed into this box. And he is clearing out the far wall. J.D. Gleason, 1 minute and 27-second finishing time there, came into the box, got a little bit wide on that far side, but still top 3 finish thus far, only a few trucks to run.
Yeah, I guess I was hoping to do a little bit better than that, but we'll take it.
So Lavon Miller coming up next. You see the number 1 in the window. He was the champion of the 2014 Diesel Power Challenge. And you know what's funny is the sound difference between Lavon's truck and even the other Cummins trucks here with that big stroke job he has in that already big motor. It just has that real deep kind of big rig style sound. Okay, this is how you get it done.
He's showing him how to do it right now. Straight through, set himself up for the right-hander. Just about perfect. Now to take off.
Man, that thing just has so much response. He's just nosing into the throttle. You can hear it. I love it. Miller's got the reverser on now. If he can put it in clean, I would almost be willing to guarantee he will be the quick run of the day, but he's got to get it in, which has been trouble.
Good. He set up very well. He's got a long wheelbase he's working with. Perfect.
Yeah! Well, Lavon Miller, you just put on a clinic out there. 110 puts you over 10 seconds quicker than the second quickest guy right now. Just walk us through it.
I had power steering. That was good. And I didn't hit any cones. That's a bonus. And I was able to keep it straight. Everything went as planned, so that's the only thing you can hope for is not make a stupid human error.
Well, I'll tell you, the truck was probably more so than we've seen out of anybody, other trucks, responsive on the course. We could just see a little bit of throttle. The thing was kind of leaping ahead. Talk a little bit about that. The setup of the truck was really seen to be in tune here.
Right. That's really why we teamed up with D&J for that deck plate engine, because the head that he did is 300 CFM, and it gives all that airflow down low. Even at altitude, it doesn't even affect it.
Well, cool, man. You're coming out of this thing looking real good. Only a couple trucks behind you, and then it's off to the drag strip. So this could be a good day for you.
Cool, thanks.
The 10th of 10 trucks is Jesse Warren going to wind her up and let her go. Let's see what Warren decides to do early in the run as far as it being aggressive. Full on haze the tires there as it came to the top of low gear. And Warren is not going to be shy on the gas pedal.
If there's a guy, seriously, that you can call a dark horse favorite in this deal, it might be Jesse Warren, because he's been deadly serious throughout the competition. I mean, he's having fun, he's a good guy, but when it comes down to these events, he's definitely, you can see him thinking. So I'd like to see how he gets through this.
Me too. And oh, so there you go. There's the whip action right there.
Actually, he does have his finger on the button, literally, so I think he's tagging some nitrous through this run also, which is pretty cool.
Warren takes it just wide enough, cuts it through, and here he's going to lace it and see how the brakes are in this thing.
Thumb was on the button.
Ooh, good transition reverse there, too. Basically didn't lose any momentum at all. And he's going to get it in clean. Warren got it. The lead edge of the trailer passed the stop line before he hit that cone. Jesse Warren, 1 minute 14 seconds. You finished strong. Second place. You're the final truck to run, so that is your finishing position. Second place here in the obstacle course.
I'm real happy with that.
You set yourself up really nicely. At the end of the backing session, you were one of the few guys that actually kicked the trailer to the left and got the cab of the truck to the right. Was that something you had put in the plan, or that just was reaction?
Put in the plan from the time I got here.
Well, very cool, man. You got good position here. You get to make use of your roll bar down on the drag strip in a little while and see what you can turn for some times.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks, man.
So when Jesse Warren backed up into the trailer box, the corner of the trailer hit this cone, causing it to tilt. But because the cone didn't move or fall over, it's no point. So it's a really clean run for Jesse Warren.
So we have come to the end of the trailer towing obstacle course, and the man with the number 1 on his back window as being last year's champion, that's Lavon Miller. He was the winner in the trailer towing obstacle course today. That means we're going to move from the upper end of Bandamere Raceway down to the drag strip, and these competitors will once again be confronted with that trailer, except this time instead of weaving it through cones, they're going to try to drag it as fast as they can, 660 feet down the drag strip. So at the end of the trailer towing obstacle course, it's Jerron Holder finishing 3rd, Jesse Warren finishing 2nd, and Lavon Miller finishing 1st with a speedy time of 1 minute and 10 seconds. Oh, a huge starting line advantage for Lavon Miller. And Miller not going to work the truck too hard. Knows he has him covered. Miller goes 11:38.6, 122, and Gleason goes 11:72.8 at 121 miles per hour. So Miller, with a big starting line advantage, gets down there without any sweat to knock off J.D. Gleason.